You might wonder why some people are billionaires and others are barely making ends meet. What would you think if we told you that there are certain tricks these billionaires used that the majority of people don't know in order to get to where they are today? It's not magic, we promise, but the results are out of this world. Get ready, because you're about to learn the strategies with which to become the financial giant you were born to be. In today's video, we'll be filling you in on the secrets that separate the rich from the poor. But before we start, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss new content. Now, let's get into it. Number 1. They track all cash flows and are very aware of all their finances. The first secret that separates the wealthy from the poor or average man is the ability of the rich to track all their cash flows and finances. If you ask the average person how much of their income they spent on food, transport, and entertainment in the last month, we'd bet they'd find it quite hard to give a solid answer. And if you ask them how much they'd saved from their income, it'd be the same situation. If you ask a wealthy person, they'll tell you the importance of budgeting your expenses, and keeping track of your spending daily or monthly cannot be overemphasized. However, 61% of the American population does not use budgets at all. Budgeting and tracking your cash flow is critical to succeeding financially. Many financially successful people use the 50-30-20 method to budget their expenses in a month. This method works by sharing your monthly income in 3 places. 50% goes to living expenses like house rent, utilities, and groceries for feeding. The next 30% is designed for entertainment or miscellaneous activities like going to a restaurant or catching a movie. The next 20% then goes directly into your savings account. After the budget is created, these wealthy folks then track their spending either through apps or by writing their purchases in a note to watch how much they spent in a day or month. This tip is absolutely crucial to avoiding bankruptcy and attaining long-term wealth. Number 2. They live within their means. Another thing that differentiates wealthy people from poor people is their ability to live within their means. It's quite ironic that the broke ones spend extravagantly while the rich watch their spending, don't you think? Overspending will negatively impact your ability to grow your wealth. Reduce spending on unnecessary things like new sports cars, designer clothes, fancy restaurants, and frequent vacations, and watch your wealth grow like a beanstalk. It might be boring at first, but we promise that you'd have grown so much wealthier over time that you'd want to continue once you start seeing the results. Many people believe that billionaires spend their money on frivolous things, but billionaires are responsible money spenders who live within their means at all times. And one of the best ways they've been able to accumulate so much wealth is by avoiding the income trap. When the average person starts to earn more income, they begin to spend more money, and most times on unnecessary things. This is also called lifestyle creep. For instance, the second you start to earn more, you leave your perfectly working sedan and purchase a luxury car. It's called Parkinson's Law, which states that when people earn more money, they feel richer. Then they tend to spend their entire wage and a little extra, thereby maxing out their credit cards and probably leaving them in debt. All this happens due to a lack of financial control and discipline. And believe us when we say that they don't teach you how to create a budget and avoid possible bankruptcy in schools. As an income earner, you have to master the art of living within your means if you plan to have long-term wealth. Number 3. They use financial discipline. The third secret is the use of financial discipline. Every wealthy person will tell you that discipline is an essential trait in the quest for wealth. For example, if you want a good job, you need the discipline to go through years of studying in school to actualize your dream. So, discipline is very important. When you start to earn income, you need to have the ability to save so you don't spend all that cash extravagantly. And as we all know, saving takes a lot of discipline. The discipline to save is crucial and one of the foundations to building long-term wealth. It has to be present in your quest to be a high-income earner. When you have enough income to take care of your basic needs, saving is the next step to take. It was revealed, according to CNBC, that 57% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account and 39% have no savings at all. This is one sad statistic. There are a lot of methods of saving money, such as the use of saving apps. However, some individuals try to cut costs to save. This can be tricky because some basic needs have to be met, so the optimal solution here is that you need to earn more in order to be able to save more. You can work part-time or have some online jobs like freelance writing, web design, or coding. Or you could start a business. Never forget that the billionaires in the world today are business founders and not employees. Entrepreneurship covers two parts of wealth building: income and high returns. If you have a business idea that you know can generate income and make you a high-income earner, get off your butt and get to work. This is financial discipline. You have to make that money to save it. Number 4. They make their money work for them. The fourth secret rich people use to make all that green paper is the ability to make their money work for them. And by this, we mean invest, and invest some more. After you've set up your monthly saving goal, it's now time for you to put your money to work and invest. It's general knowledge that investing gives you more money in return. You can invest your income in real estate, the stock market, or in retirement accounts like 401ks or Roth IRA, and this can give you lots of money in return and build you massive wealth with time. Warren Buffett, who? Life is just like a game of Monopoly. Whoever owns the best properties earns the most cash, and you can only acquire these investments with your own money. The rich are known to invest. However, when the average person gets income, they either spend it on frivolous things or they put it in their savings account. A savings account is nice, and it's better than blowing all of your cash, but the average savings account yields just 0.9% annually, which we all know is just not enough. Hence, the need to invest. Wealthy people are always known to buy company shares, and it's one of the best ways to get that paper. Buying shares means you become a shareholder in the company and own a percentage of the company. When the company grows, your wealth grows too, way much better than 0.9% annually, right? And if you don't want to buy company shares, you could always invest in real estate or retirement accounts. It's a big world with so many ways to earn cash. Grab it by the horns. Do you wonder how Warren Buffett became a billionaire? This is how. Number 5. They continue educating themselves and take educated risks. The last thing that separates rich people from the poor is the zeal to educate themselves about money. Before any true change can take place, your mindset must change. Business magnate and author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki said, "Everyone can build a financial ark to survive and flourish in the future. But you must invest time in your financial education to build an ark with a solid foundation." When advice like this comes from financial giants like Kiyosaki, you have to trust it. Time must be invested in financial education. Wealthy people are familiar with important financial terms like net worth, expenses, return on investment, income, and passive income, along with other terms. Read self-improvement books, take courses, listen to podcasts on how to grow wealth, and follow blogs on financial education. And you have to remember that financial education is continuous. Like every other kind of education, never stop. Keep up with the newest market developments and always learn more. However, be careful what information you gather because there is lots of inaccurate financial information out there. Make sure to follow blogs with a good reputation that are sure to provide accurate information and also direct you to strategies from successful investors and financial advisors. Rich people not only invest, but they also make time to read and learn. We don't mean Harry Potter novels. These people read educational and self-improvement books to build their knowledge on finances. Corley wrote that success and growth come from reading and learning regularly. Always remember that rich people are not magicians, and gaining wealth is not rocket science. With dedication, financial discipline, and the right strategies, you can be just as financially successful as the billionaires you look up to. What do you think about the secrets we just shared for success? Would you use them? Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we post new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.